Here's hoping that I fixed it. Because if I didn't fix it, that would be bad. Testing. Testing. Okay, good. Great. Amazing. Right, so I was messing with my settings and bam, I managed to fix it. My apologies about that delay, everybody. Hello there. Do. Hello, everybody. I apologize for that delay. There we go. Just advertising to my friend who wanted to see me play. Anyways, hello everybody and welcome to Monster Prom XXL. Now, people wanted to see me do a dating sim, so I figured this game. Now, I wasn't lying when I said that in the title that we're wooing the pants off of everybody. Even though it's only me, we're playing with 4 people. All of me. I don't know who this Vasil 120 is, but if you think that I'm buying viewers, then you're deranged. Oh, sometimes brilliant, sometimes reckless, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live the life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. Player 1. I'm going with the best name ever. I like purple.
Let's go.
And now I'm just gonna mix up everyone's names. Since this guy's orange. Geen.
Sure thing.
Why Geen? Because I spelt green wrong. This is very slow typing.
Light it up.
You know what? Bob. Bam.
Okay.
Everyone else gets a colored name except for Bob. Because Bob. Knew I'd pick Vicky. I am picking all 4 people. Why oh, I remember it clearly. 3 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 8 most charismatic classmates. Scott Howell, 21, a werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. Miranda Vanderbilt, 19. That works. A sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal. It's kind of concerning. Polly Geist, 22, question mark. A party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. Damien LaVey, 21. A fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Stereotypical much. Liam de Leoncourt, 4XX. Okay then. Go for Scott. Yeah, okay. A hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid the fact that he was truly a lovable dork. Zoe, forever. An eldritch cutie who went from endless deity of the dark realms to ultimate fangirl. Calculester Hewlett Packard version 1.0. A library computer who had become a sentient robot ready to experience the life to its fullest. Are there any other recommendations on who to go for? Because we have 4 characters. Vera Oberlin. A mean, self-made Gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear it had to be one of them, but who? We only had 3 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Welcome to Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever. All minds are rotten, but they are rotten in so many different ways. Worry no more. We're now using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever, trademark, will throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character stats. Ah, so, go for Scott and calculator. I see. This way each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. Let's start. You're walking through the desert when you see a turtle on its back, baking in the hot sun, but you're not helping. Why aren't you helping? No time, too busy twerking? Because fuck. Because fuck turtles. Because that turtle owes me money. Welcome to Monster Prom Magic. It's some sort of wacky. It's a wacky dating sim. I'm playing as 4 characters in order to maximize the amount of ending and wooing I can do. Solely because I misspelled green. There's a lot of characters. Oh, this other person is Magic. Angel, Magic. Magic, Angel. Followers. Be a visionary. What will the next big social media craze be? Bullshit. It's Facebook. But each time someone shares news that isn't supported by the real facts, they're taxed, and the money goes to the people exposed to that bullshit. Greek agoras. It's like literal Greek agoras reinstated in our cities. Places where philosophy and arts are discussed by the greater minds. That's social media I want to log into. Robert. From now on, socially awkward guy named Robert will do everything he's commanded to through the app by its users. Weird, but okay. Oh hey, congrats on finishing your finals, Magic. That's great. Wow, Angel. Just wow. Saying ew. And hey, it was a typo. Solely because yes, they did spell Robert wrong, just like I spelt green wrong. Alright, let's do it. Oh. You find your zodiac sign to be inaccurate. Design your own personal zodiac sign. Okay. By forgetting to put the R. The Regal 1%. This one screams Damien. This one, Miranda. This one is Zoe. I believe this one is Vera. That sounds like Polly, so... randomly arranged set of stars! Hey, I chose calculator. Geen. Good, go get a Geen apple. Okay, man, what criteria would you use to name your children a non... I'm not going to pronounce that name to give them the freedom to define themselves on their own terms. The name of my favorite ship, like the Galavich, Dare, or Narfield. My name +2. Just a swear word. No name. It's too much work. Something simple and friendly, like Bobby or Mary. Fuck. Right? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm I don't know what I'm doing this morning. Let's see. Damn it, this actually might have been the calculator. Oh. Okay, I chose a shit ton. Okay. Am I drunk? No, I'm not drunk. I mean, I got noodles, I got Pepsi Cherry, and I got water. I also had to mute the music because that's copyright.
Let's go.
Did I smoke that? No. And also, that's legal in Canada. Let's see, my stats. Where the hell's boldness? Bathroom. That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn by skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. You give +0 shits, but you gain +2 boldness. You feel the ratio of cheesiness in the surrounding growing, and that can only mean...
It's very, very extraordinary.
What the fuck? Who's the bestest, most perfect, worfect little snooky wookie pie in the whole world? But I'm not pronouncing that.
Huzzah!
There's nothing in this world that makes one more articulate and well-spoken than the throes of true love. Running internal search. Found 9,969 results, starting with a graduate degree in classical literature. Probably is. Violet, Tate, your relationship is so perfect. You're always together. Well, they're literally stuck together. He has a point. That's kind of unyielding codependence that I demand from a future multi-hyphenate lover servant serf.
Error!
Error found. Unreasonable expectations. That's a good question. Why does she look like Chewbacca with a mushroom growing out of her head? How did you know when you found the one?
We're made of love.
I'm not gonna comment on that. Oh, well, you know. When you know, you know.
Server error.
Insufficient to extrapolate useful data. And having realized they have no actually useful input, the couple exists to do more coupley things. But oh, You know how to tell who's the one, or at least convince one of them that you're the one. Easy, Miranda. The one is willing to fight past monsters, face countless dangers, all to break into your home and kiss you while you're sleeping. That's... On one hand, that's a classic Disney fantasy thing. On the other hand, that's... Not gonna comment on that one. You're in luck, Calculaster. I've spent years studying and devising this complex formula theorem to calculate exactly who the one is. Well, Angel did recommend we go for the calculator guy. You explain your calculations are carbon-based because, holy shit, if you try to use numbers on Calculaster, game over. Instead, your very objective math is calculated using taquitos, fruit bats, and a trombone. Oh, how perfect. I always have my servants carry all of those things for just such an occasion. Once you put the shoelaces and honey in place, you flash a little ankle to activate the calculations. I mean, to be fair, he is a computer, and people do like to pour water on computers for some reason. Don't know why. The result of the objective process seems to say that purple is the one for Calculaster. Running internal check, legitimacy.
Initializing love.exe.
Purple is the one. Hey! Oh, if you could, Miranda. Yeah, if only you could, Miranda. If only you could. But you can only have one prom date. And your eyes are set on that cutie computie's lack of eyes. You gain +2 charm and 1 boldness.
All right.
I don't know who the hell I was going with this guy. Yeah, let's go fun. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It's a rad party. You gain +2 fun. You see hordes of your classmates running away from Vera and Scott. They're all screaming, "Spoilers!"
Great.
Have you seen the latest episode, Detective Wereweasel? Wereweasel finally exposed the cartel's entire operation. That werewolf man is literally wearing boxers and honey. That werewolf man is literally wearing boxers and honey.
Awesome, bro.
I did. It was so exciting at Peter Gross. Well,
Not bad.
I know, right? And the cartel's organization structure is so cool. I took so many
Oh,
notes.
bro.
But last night was the last episode. I was so sad, I peed on Grandma's carpet. He does. He also peed on his grandmother's carpet twice. Well, why don't we start our own TV show? We'll make it better than Wereweasel. Better than Wereweasel? Is that even possible? We're the perfect team. I have money and you have the gullible target audience. Gorgona Film Studios requires your ideas. Scott Gorgona Film Studios? We'll talk about that later. Right now, I need ideas. When the Mafia threatens to close his gym, an ugly-ass Nosferatu must expose the syndicate to save the only place that lets him do his reps. Chilly 1985, when Pinochet floods the market with nose candy, a courageous candy dealer becomes a private eye to blackmail Pinochet and save for Candy Labs. This one sounds more like a jock, so let's go.
Cool.
His gym. How could they do that to him? Nosferatus across the globe are struggling to get swole. Would you say that this is a sensitive issue for your demographic? Gym is always a sensitive issue. Good, I can smell the shit out of the sensitive.
Hooray!
Finally, the world will understand the struggles of buff Nosferatus everywhere. Hooray! Vera writes a pilot and hires vampire bodybuilder Vlad the Gym Paler to play the leading role. You gain +3 money as an advance for your creative work.
Let's do this!
I am so glad that I brought water to this because holy shit, this is expected to be an hour and 20 minutes just for one round. And I am doing a lot of talking. Let's see. It is a lot of reading. Very much so. Let's see. Smartness, bold, I am lacking creativity with this character. Holy shit. That day while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you figurative oral sex. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain +2 creativity. Later that night, you head out to the club with Polly and Liam. Using your fake IDs, also known as Polly Boobs, you have no problem getting into that door. The real trouble begins when you get to the bar and Polly starts teasing Liam.
Lame.
I'm telling you, boy, you got no game. I'm telling you that I reject the ludic sexual paradigm underlying your assertion. He speaks fancy! Fuck. Yes. I played a few rounds of it off camera, and to my knowledge, I've gotten the most inappropriate ending, so we don't have to worry about that. All I'm saying is that if you're really as cool as you act all the time, you should have no problem getting digits from that gender interdimensionate locust swarm down at the end of the bar. What? Well, of course I could if I wanted to, but you see, the key to my allure is that I don't want anything. Sounds to you like Liam's just scared. You decide to go over there and show them both how it's done by coating yourself in insect pheromones. Don't go after people, make people go after you. Dancing so hard that you almost separate into a cloud of locusts. Okay then. Shoot. One of those I know for a fact is fun. Pretty sure that's fun. Fun is my worst stat, so let's go this one. You pull out the spray bottle of locust sex pheromones that you keep for just such occasions. You spritz it all over your most intimate areas. The hot young locust swarm at the other end of the bar immediately takes notice. You talk all night about your hopes and dreams. Turns out the locust swarm wants to be a veterinarian. When you excuse yourself to go to the bathroom, Liam catches you by the arm. Hey, not that I care or anything, but do you think you could loan me some of those locust sex pheromones? No reason. Looks like Liam's got a fetish. You gain +2 charm and +1 smarts. Well,
Sure.
there's not really much else to go, and smarts, bonus. Let's go charm then. Charm works. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain +2 charm. Without meaning to, you find yourself in a conversation with Paul and Miranda, comparing the apps on your phones. Ooh, what you got, Miri? What you got? This game, Misunderstanding of Mobs. I'm not entirely sure how to play, but I keep winning, so that's nice. I also got Skeptor, which is like Uber, but for surfs instead of cars.
Oh, how majestic.
And Spooner, which is like Grinder, but for silverware, you know, like my apps. Elegant and Majestic. It's pretty cool, but do you have a rap chat? It turns all your messages into raps. You can only see them for 8 seconds. What about you, Bob? What fun apps do you have? Shit. Shoot. I don't know which one should I do. One of those is probably boldness. The other is probably creativity. The real question is which one? A rad car. I think that's boldness. Let's hope. Shit, that was fun. He just hit his phone behind his back, made a whooshing noise, and then pointed at a car in the parking lot.
Disgraceful.
So foolish that
Loser.
Shit. Shit. Okay. Okay. It makes sense that at least at one point, something cool. Honestly, we're just gonna run. Hey. Hey. Only one of those was intentional. Only one of those was intentional. Oh, Bob is in last again. Okay.
Let's go.
I have to make it up to the fish girl with Bob at some point. No, she's at the Scott table. Ah well. You know the old joke. A robot and a vampire sit down at a cafeteria table and not eat. Friend Liam, you seem to be quite focused, thus I apologize for interrupting. Why is the robot wearing a dress? But I cannot help but notice that you are frequently absorbed in your technology to the exclusion of all else. This piece of technology myself, I must admit to being the synthetic equivalent of flattered. But something does not compute. I spend my days and nights longing for organic connection, trying and failing to artificially generate the sensation of being loved. But you, with the entire organic population of this high school at your fingertips, choose to instead to use those fingertips to stimulate your smartphone device. It intensifies my loneliness just to watch. Lean into that feeling. Loneliness is the third coolest emotion, right behind to tsundere and none. Wow. Okay then. I do not wish to lean into that feeling, Liam. I wish for you to lean out of it. Like I said, I'm so glad I brought water. You don't know what you're asking, Cal. Do you even know how many photos are shared on Instagram alone every hour? 3,958,333.33 repeating. It's supposed to be a rhetorical question, but you've only strengthened my point, which is this. What if while I was away from my phone seeking an organic connection, one of those Instagram posts were to be bad? Who would post a devastatingly condescending emoji? Who would ironically share it along with a gif of Marcel Duchamp languidly smoking a cigarette? Hey? Who, I ask you, who? The internet is defenseless without me. I cannot miss a moment. Counterpoint, this is unhealthy and bad and you should not do it anymore. Whoa, these things are getting pretty heated at this cafeteria table. Better resolve this dispute one way or another before your ice cream melts. Leave Liam alone. Not everyone has super opponent microprocessor for a brain, so that they can receive internet updates while interacting with people. Check your robo privilege. Calculester is right, Liam. How about instead of burning your pink-tinted nose in your phone, you get updates via Puppet Show? Calculester and I will now perform for you. Doing this one. Right? Look! Robot wearing dress. A puppet show. I'd be grateful for the opportunity to engage in your organic lifeform custom of preventing inanimate objects, as I once was, have thoughts and feelings and opinions, as I now do. Of course, a robot doing a puppet show. It's so meta. What is this game? It's all I do is meta. Or metal. For metal is what I am made of. Incorrect auditory input. Apologies, I realize that you said meta. The puppet show will be meta, friend Liam. We'll make it all that you want and more. And so you do. Calculester uses the internet in his mind to get all the information Liam would have gotten from his various platforms, which you and Calculester then translate through puppetry in a style of bunraku, weighing Coolit, I'm not pronouncing that one, and Julie Taymor. Liam is finally off his phone. You and Calculester had a wonderful and artistic bonding experience.
All right.
This guy was going after Scott. So I'm going here.
Show me
Shop.
that money.
A map. Huh. A police report.
Later, Gator.
Let's do this!
And then she had a good repertoire with who? I believe is Polly. You sit down with Zoe and Polly. Zoe is slurping sanity out of a Tupperware container with several of her mouths, and Polly isn't eating anything at all. You feel a little uncool for being the only one at this table eating normal food.
Oh, hey.
Speaking of eating food, oh yeah, Blue, I can read your thoughts, sorry. Why are you even here, Polly? Why are any of us here, Zoe? The universe is vast and full of mysteries. No, come on to me, why are you here? In the cafeteria. I mean, Miranda comes here to supervise her eating serves, and Liam comes here because he presumably feeds off of food picks. But you don't feed on anything at all, so why are you here? Why aren't you out doing fun candies or getting laid or something? Because seems like Polly might be on the verge of an existential crisis. Those are some really serious for ghosts. Save her. Polly comes here because secret backstory reveal. I feel like that would be for Zoe, so we're going for Polly. So
Awesome, Boo.
heck yeah, you just said my two favorite words. Fuck and it? No, fuck it and she can do what she wants. Ah yes, the two words. I mean, like, I also go to the gym even though I don't have a physical body. Fair point. Why do you do that? To look at nice butts. And there are butts here in the cafeteria too. So there's your answer. So your answer is that you come into the cafeteria to look at butts. I go everywhere to look at butts. And I'm proud of that. You catch Polly looking at your butt for a minute. That's a good sign.
Sure.
Alright, we gotta make it up to the fish lady. We waltz over to Miranda and Scott's table to find them peering suspiciously into a bar. Secret sauce, what dreaded mysteries do you conceal?
Awesome, bro.
Do you think the secret sauce can talk? Cool! Hey, secret sauce, what are you made out of? No, Scott, my question was rhetorical. Mine was loud. It's no use, we will never discern the active ingredient of this delicious secret sauce. Unless you have an idea, Bob? Huh. The blood of your father's enemies. Blood of the air people? I didn't know the high school cafeteria cared about my family's ancient rivalry. And everyone knows the air people bleed candy syrup and barbecue sauce. I should have known! Okay then. You know, I don't normally eat food myself. I have a cert for that, but I may have to make an exception. More blood, but I get blood all the time. Like pretty much every full moon. Scott's a little disappointed, but you don't care. You're busy sharing a saucy burger with Miranda. Oh, sorry. Scott's a little disappointed, but you don't care. You're busy sharing a saucy burger with Miranda. Change places. Huh. No, Bob is always last. Why does Bob always go last? Why?
All right.
8, 7, 5, 4, 5. He needs more turn. That day the Dolphin match takes place. At one point you're about to be eliminated by a player from the other team, but suddenly you convince him not to throw the ball at you with a heartfelt speech about the importance of everyone's lives. The player bursts into tears and you take advantage of that moment of weakness, throwing the ball at him. You lose plus minus 5 mercy, a stat that might be useful in Monster Prom sequel, but isn't now, and you gain plus 2 charm. You notice Scott and Damien waving their phones in each other's faces, and decide to take a look. As you get closer, you realize they're discussing Pokemon's Go, the mobile game based on the hit television show Pocket Humans.
Awesome, bro.
Metal.
You bet your ass I do, and check it out. His official responsibility stat is 11. He's a beast at doing his taxes. I heard he's lactose intolerant, though. Ah, yeah, I feed him nothing but cheese pizza to screw with him. He hates it. That's not very nice. I'm super nice to my Leslie Dunbar. You got Leslie Dunbar, the queen of insurance liability management? Yeah, I had to trade 2 Mindy Babcocks and Jared Fogle together, but it was so worth it. That's nothing. You got a Pokemon so rare to send them both into shock. You whip out your phone and show them both your financial armor class 14. Loving owner of Speedboat and several dogs. This one seems more like Scott because of the dogs. Winslow Gibbs. Winslow Gibbs. He has Winslow Gibbs. What's so great about Winslow Gibbs? He looks like a tool. I don't know, I just feel like he really gets me, you know? I'll trade you all my lawyer-type Pokemans for that Winslow. And an Ultra Briefcase?
Wink!
Or we could make some other kind of arrangement. Wink. Well then. Did you just say wink? Damien's trying to look unimpressed, but you can tell he's never seen such a fine Pokemon before, either. Scott looks clearly impressed. Score. You gain +2 fun and +1 charm.
Let's do this!
Sweet! 955. Let's go fun then. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. Everything is fine until Juan, the small magical Latino cat, asks what you think you are doing. Damien, damn, you didn't remember you suck at dancing. But you decide to go all in and pretend it's a new dance move, apparently called the Groovy Musaka. Juan looks at you and he asks you to teach him the Groovy Musaka. In no time, half the party is following your steps, enjoying the Groovy Musaka all together. It's a party to remember, you gain +2 fun, and a cool story to tell your grandkids someday. Later that night, you're out bar hopping with two hippest monsters you know, Liam and Polly. The evening comes to a grinding halt when you're denied admission to Club, thus named for the giant club carried by the bouncer, who is currently denying you entry. How unsatisfactory my modius operandi is about to be. You're scared of exclusively, not the victim of it. Don't worry, I got this. Hey there, handsome. Interested in some hot gula goulash? The bouncer snorts. I can see right through you, Casperina. Move along. Who does that? Douchebag think he is. Keep us out of the club like it's his job or something. Both Polly and Liam look at you expectantly. Now's your chance to save the night. Incite a revolution! Whoa. The means of integration. Start a better party right here. Naked. This one seems like fun and seems like Polly. This one seems like boldness and Liam. Yes! You take off your shirt and begin swinging it above your head, making siren noises like a sexy ambulance. Immediately, the crowd's attention is captivated. You dance the dance of uninhibited, moving with the grace and elegance of a drunk giraffe. The crowd follows your lead. Ghosts and ghouls alike slip out of their skirts and skinny jeans. Mummies unravel their bandages. When the people inside the club see what they're missing, they flood to join your naked rave. In the morning, over an epic hangover breakfast, you reminisce about last night's triumphs. They both look unimpressed. What a surprisingly pleasant turn of events, and a rare opportunity to work on my moon tan. A moon tan. I think my favorite part was when we literally oh, damn. Best night ever, apparently. Yeah, it was. You sure showed everyone the power of self-confidence, team spirit, and giving no fucks. You gain +2 boldness, and +1 fun.
Let's go.
And I'm not too sure that I can actually upload this to YouTube. With how much it swears, I guarantee I'm not gonna upload this to YouTube. What does she need? Creativity. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, you are struck by the lightning of inspiration. You come up with the ultimate nickname for yourself. You tell everyone to call you it, but also as one of the 7 most douchebaggiest moves in the world. But the nickname is so awesome, inventive, and appropriate that people decide to go with it. Quite the feat. You gain +2 creativity, We, the devs, dare you to actually come up with a nickname for yourself and ask the other players to call you that by name. I'm the only player. I'm sadly the only player. You see Calculester delicately applying water to one of his favorite little succulents with an eyedropper. He looks so peaceful till Leonard shows up with a smug grin and a shitty face.
What a noob.
Oh, jeez. Hey, Calculester, what you doing watering your succulent? I bet you think you're a true succulent fan, huh? If by fan you mean one who has a strong interest or admiration for a particular person or thing, then yes. Oh yeah? Well, if you're such a succulent fan, name 3 of their albums. I do not understand. Here's a trick question. Succulents don't have albums. A true fan would have known that already. But I assure you, friend Leonard, I feel the closest mechanical equivalent to love for my little plants. Love? Fandom isn't about love, it's about wanton accumulation of memorabilia. How many succulent posters do you have? 0. That's what I thought. Meanwhile, I got 19. Got more posters than I've got walls to hang them on. Looks like the only true succulent fan here is me. This claim is distressing, and yet I cannot disprove it. But you can. Time to let everybody know the ultimate standard for determining a true succulent fan. Is every succulent, including the uncut versions, at the least one succulent signed by its creator? God. A true succulent fan would actually be a fan. Shit. This one. Bold, hell yeah. Good lord, it makes so much sense. Fans are cool. Fans demonstrate a machine-like devotion to their chosen subject. Fans are literally called fans. Could it be that the idea of the ideal fan in any medium is, in fact, an actual fan? If your hypothesis is correct, I should remind you that my chassis contains 36 individual fans for controlling CPU temperature. 36! Which is one of those on its own would be the ultimate fan. 36 ultimate fans in one body is impossible. I assure you it is quite possible. In fact, it is necessary without the fans, for my insides would quite quickly melt. I too feel that my many fandoms keep me from melting alive. You and I are so much alike, Calculester. Yes, we are both so bipedal.
GG.
Finally, someone who truly understands me. You're not sure you'll ever understand Leonard, but at least he's not trolling. Oh, you're not sure you'll ever understand Leonard, but at least he's not trolling Calculester anymore. He gained +2 creativity and +1 charm.
Sure.
Right. Where the hell should I go with this guy? Bold. Yeah, why not? No, that... wait. I can't do boldness. She's in the bathroom. Let's go. That's money. That's smarts. I'm already super smart though. Fine, we'll go class. Wait. Or we could use money. We'll go money. We'll go money. That day you spend some time in the library's PCs, managing your start kicker. You just had lots of people with a sensationless video and impossible promises. Nice. You gain plus 100,000 money, but almost everything goes to cover costs and you keep only +2. Well, that's a frickin' ripoff. After you're eavesdropping on Miranda and Polly, waiting for the perfect moment to mention your influx of Insta followers.
Greetings, my loves.
Never firmly he's wearing a shirt that says send nudes. Never fear, miladies, you do not fight over me. Him again, as royalty myself, I may say that even I find him to be, what's the term you use, Paulina? Extra AF. Friendship between two beautiful maidens shouldn't be soured over one as handsome, rich, and humble as I. But worry not, my sweet summer salads. I have found the perfect solution to protect your feeble hearts. Both marriage. Dealt with male sentiment. entitlement before, but this is official next level. Yes, an interdimensional level, as our collective wedding will be as well.
Lame.
What a
Interested? Not
commoner.
interested. You are hardly the first prince to seek my royal hand in courtship, and I do not see that you're bringing me much to the table. Interdimensional table! And I am the definition of marriage material. You'll never find a better suitor. I have a castle. I can defeat anyone and anything, and I'll show you. I'll fight him! Is the interdimensional prince pointing directly at you? Why is your life like this? I can defeat you at any challenge. Name your weapon and prepare to lose. Miranda and Polly are watching you closely. Maybe you can skew the prince's challenge to really impress one of them. Huh. I have a feeling this is smart. And I have a feeling that's boldness, so... Oh, it was creative! It's true, royalty is very clever. I know, because I'm royalty. Very well then, let us proceed with the challenges. The series of trials begins. You each post selfies to Instagram. The prince instantly gains 12 followers while you lose 10. Round 1 goes to the home team, it would appear. Sorry about your unfortunate face. Next up are classic feats of athleticism. The prince kicks your ass up and down at archery, fencing, and bumper cars. Finally, you engage in a stirring round of Monopoly. The prince wins within 6 moves. Normally Monopoly might last days, but I, with my incredible skills, have managed to win at once, because I'm the winner. Now surely I prove myself a worthy and winning groom for both my blushing brides.
Loser.
Dude, the competition was to win at losing. By winning everything, you actually
How much fun
lost.
was that?
It cannot be. And
Disgraceful.
yet it is, sadly. Even though you are royal blood, it would seem as if you are the biggest loser of all. No! Curse you, confusing semantics! The prince lets out a heartbroken sob and disappears in a burst of heartbroken light. You may have made yourself look like a total loser, but at least your friends aren't both marrying that douchey prince. You gain +2 smarts and +1 fun. That weekend, something happens to Purple! I completely forget who she's going after. Wait. Robot.
Let's go.
It's the weekend, and you know what that means. Time to party down. Which is why it's sort of confusing that Polly seems to have brought you to a nursing home with a bunch of old people milling around. This is not what at all I was expecting from a birthday party for tequila. Polly, what are you talking about? It's a party for senior tea. Everyone knows senior tea is street slang for tequila. No, Polly, it's a senior tea party. Hey, friends, he's covered in honey again. What are you doing here? I was looking to get trash, but now this is not going to happen unless I can steal enough cough drops. What are you doing here? Oh, I never miss a senior tea party. They're the best. Nothing fuels sports muscles like tiny cucumber cream cheese sandwiches. And old people always have cool stories to tell. This is so boring, I feel like I'm going to come back to life just so I can die of boredom. Which is how I died the first time, too. That doesn't make sense, but okay. Oh man, we certainly don't want that. Time to ring up your craziest, funnest friend to turn this party from a sleepy soiree into a hell-lit rager none of you will ever forget. Except for all the senior citizens, because they're old and probably bad at remembering things. But a party you and your friends will never forget. Shit. With her counted. Geen is the one going after Scott, so you call Geen and he walks in before the phone call's even finished. Do you live like super close or have you just gotten super good at teleporting? Ah, shit, screams a little old lady. Geen is here. Turned down for... That's an old thing. An ancient man in a wheelchair throws a light switch, and the overhead light goes from fluorescent to flashing bright primary colors as a disco ball drops from the ceiling. What the hell, though? Oh yeah, Geen always drops by just in time to celebrate senior tea. An elderly woman reaches into a cupboard and pulls out an enormous bottle of tequila. I knew it! Scott, why didn't you say anything before? Oh, I was just confused. I thought you said you were bored, but the senior tea party before the senior tea party is super fun. So then I assumed you said I'm a board, so I was trying to figure out if you were a skateboard, a surfboard, or a cheese board. Forget I asked. Anyways, all the old people are really impressed that you know Geen personally and have his phone number. And your potential love interests are really impressed that you impressed the old people. It was a great day of fun, tea, and senior tea. You're drunk, but also feeling fancy and sophisticated, and have gained +2 smarts and 1 boldness. Oh, I have a feeling that my voice is gonna die. As a note, tomorrow we're going back to Resident Evil 4 because it has a lot less talking. Hey, Bob isn't last for once. Oh Lord, we're only on week 2.
Let's do this!
Like, what the hell does she need? Creativity. No, wait. I should save that for someone else. Outdoors!
Stranger.
I'm not gonna comment on what that looks. A Russian novel with an insightful approach to universal matters such as love and death. Huh. I'm gonna go with Dragon Heat. An erotic fanfic about dragons.
Sure.
Bold. Shit. Wait, bold is bathrooms. That day you visit the bathrooms to take a number 2. Don't worry, there won't be an illustration of that specific moment. Thing is, you make one of the boldest decisions in your life. You don't put paper on the toilet seat before using it. Looking at you, you crazy bastard. You gain +2 boldness and +1 streptococcus. I'm assuming that's an STD. With a slight chance of +1 STD. Yeah, I was right. Sigh, woe's me, sigh. Could Miranda possibly be doing this because she wants your attention? Only one way to find out. Hello, I didn't see you there as I was standing here, suffering gallantly in silence. She did, and she wasn't, but okay. I had the most tragedy and dust upon me earlier this morning. I was rejected from our school's water polo team. This event. They claimed I was mistaken about how polo is conducted underwater. Excuse me, but I was raised underwater. How is one even supposed to play water polo without a heavily armored horse as a mount? How, I ask you? Perhaps I offended them when I implied they were too impoverished to afford sea steeds. If so, why? I would love to make reparations. But it may be too soon for me to show my face. Would you be so kind as to take them this gift of this omelet to begin the healing? I am told that peasants consider eggs to be a delicacy. Obviously. And what would make the gesture even better is the personal touch of... Listen to their fears, hell yeah. Oh yes, how better to show that I am truly making an effort to get to know them on the most personal of levels. I shall do their names in beautiful calligraphy, print their fears in gold leaf, and I shall adorn their compromising nudes with adorable glitter stickers. Also, damn, Chad is pretty much dead today. Interesting. I may have been misunderstood before, but how could anyone misinterpret this kind of gesture? Take the omelet and make sure to take lots of pictures of them eating the eggs, so I could all remember how generous I was. Angel, remember how I told you how I only went to the bathroom and I got that Miranda ending? Yeah, this is the route to that. I somehow got it again. With a kiss on the cheek, Miranda hands you the omelet and waves you on your way. You gain +2 smarts and +1 charm.
Let's go.
Right, so let's go with you know what, let's go. I don't know. Let's just go with creativity. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, you can't help but feel that you're not as good as the role requires you to be. There doesn't seem to be any ordinary way of getting yourself there, but there might be an extraordinary way. You summon the devil and make a deal to enhance your creativity just a bit. You gain +2 creativity. You also lose -3 years of life as you are in the deal. But who cares? They weren't happening in game anyway.
Hello, fellow organic
So
life
after
forms.
careful internet research, this plant truly does look good.
Greetings, my love.
Mary! That's right, I, the interdimensional prince, popping up once more into this dimension to take an of legal age high schooler from my betrothed. Not gonna comment on that one. And this time I'm here for, you start to think of a polite way to explain that you're only interested in one of your 8 most charismatic classmates, or perhaps some bonus newbies, maybe even people not on anyone else's radar after you've bought an item at the shop or something.
Utter elegance.
That plant right there. My plant? This plant. Plantagla Joliffe? Yes, the very same. She, he, it, they. However, this inanimate vegetable chooses to identify is clearly my soulmate, and marriage to Plantagelina is the only thing that will ever save my lonely soul. Calculester seems a little unsure. Gosh, why is the prince like this? Always crashing high schools to marry people, and I guess plant life now. You need to stop him. Wait, do you need to stop him? Shouldn't you just let him marry the plant and stop pursuing your love interests? No, wait. Maybe Calculester would be sad if his plant friend got married, would he? Gah, I don't know. It'll probably ought to be based on your stats anyways. Shit. That one's probably smarts. That one. No, this one. Wait. This one's probably creativity. This one. Probably smarts. Oh, it was bold. What? Plantagelina, no! How could you do this to me? How could you do this to me? I've made my mistakes. I mean, I didn't even know that you existed until a few minutes ago, and apparently this union predates that. But still, I shall win your love back, my love. I shall go fight the sea.
Erasing memory of this mess.
You have evidence to suggest that everyone from his dimension is like this, or is the prince simply unique? You don't know, and honestly, you don't care. But you do know and care about is that the prince goes and fights the sea so hard that sharks evolve to live on land. The sharks take to the streets and form an amazing heavy metal band called the Literal Actual Street Sharks. You take Calculester on a date to see their first concert, and the experience is so enjoyable it gives you +2 creativity and +1 charm.
All right.
This game is... I don't know what to say about this game. It's fun. I'll give it that. And I have to say, yeah, no, it's pretty fun. Class or library? Class or library or gym? Bonus, creativity, let's just go class. Also, yeesh, hold on one more. And we're back. My apologies about that wait. My eye was bugging me. That day you listened to your elders and learned valuable lessons. Sometimes, after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You gain +2 smarts. You're trying to figure out what to do with the police report you just stupidly bought, when suddenly Vera shows up to answer that exact question. Hey, Valerie said that she sold you a police report I should see. She could have just given it to me directly without charging you money, but that's not the Oberlin way. Hand it over so I can read it. Oh man, you never considered actually reading the police report. This is why Vera is the criminal genius in your friendship. It says here that after numerous failed attempts to bring me to justice for many crimes, it has dispatched an undercover officer to Spooky High. Dun dun dun. This could prove to be a serious inconvenience unless I can identify the agent. It says here their name is Officer Enhanced Armor.
Ugh.
That could be literally anyone. My money's on Liam. I've always suspected he was a suit of enchanted armor painted purple and said he'd destroy me.
Greetings, fellow kids.
Hello, fellow students. What a fine day it is for sharing casual gossip. Any hot crimes we're doing this weekend? Yes, because that's not obvious.
Ugh.
Okay,
Bye.
well, bye. No sooner does Vera leave than Scott appears, his nose to the ground. Oh, hey guys, I just saw Vera leaving this place very quickly. Last time I saw her leave a place quickly, I found a lot of fresh, delicious meat inside. But it doesn't look like there's any delicious meat this time. Just normal, non-suspicious friends. Hello, friends.
Yeah.
Sup, bro. I don't know who you are, but you just used 2 words that I use. In the same order I use them. You must be really cool. Speaking of things that are cool, have you done the latest, most cool internet challenge in the World Wide Web?
Bust a move.
It's called snitching, and all the rad youths are doing it.
Aha!
Oh man, I had no idea. Thanks for telling me. I don't want to miss out on this cool internet challenge like I missed out on the gallon of salt challenge. What? What is the gallon of salt challenge? How do I do snitching?
Yeah.
It's easy, dude. You just let me record you while you talk about your favorite Vera's crime. Oh, I can do that. My favorite Vera crime is... No, you can't let Scott sell Vera. You gotta stop him, but you gotta do it subtly. So if you just told me that snitching is last week's challenge, the new hot thing is to try to record yourself opening a successful pizza restaurant. Fair to all the great crimes Vera's done. The other crimes would be sad. Hoot. One of these is probably boldness, and the other is probably creativity. Shit, which one though? This one? Shit. We're going to a pizza restaurant except all the time forever, but there's one problem. I don't have any special secret pizza recipe to make my restaurant the very best.
Fleek.
Don't trip, I have a pizza recipe here that is the fleek.
Ah.
You do? What's the secret? The secret ingredient is whispering about Vera's crimes into this tape recorder. Wow, okay. But Vera's not about to allow such a stupid plan to succeed. She activates the conveniently placed landmine she keeps all over the school, putting an explosive end to this idiocy. Turns out that getting blown up by landmines is also bad for your charisma. Damn, charm and fun. Yeah, hold on. There we go. My eyes should stop being stupid. Random! That literally barely changed, but okay. New.
Let's do this.
You were going after who again? I think it was Polly. I know the zombie is going after Miranda. Then I know Purple is going after... No, purple's going after the calculator. And it's Geen that's going after Scott. Okay. I guess this table. Wait, Dimitri's here. Doesn't he have somewhere better to eat lunch, like an evil banquet, or Tim Hortons or something? I can see the confusion written upon your face, and I can assure you I am not here to indulge my palate in the delicacy that is sloppy monster fries. Dimitri pulls out a clipboard and a stack of
Come
pamphlets.
to the dark side.
I'm here on a recruiting mission. Tell me, have you ever considered the benefits of joining the dark side? The pay is great, whatever you can steal. We have a killer dental plan, fangs included. And the upward mobility is unbelievable, because your superiors will constantly be killing each other. Plus, you get to go to bed each night knowing you helped to make the world a little less safe. You give Dimitri a disappointing look. Point at your Dare t-shirt. Oh, you've gone through the Dark Arts Resistance education, have you? Well, let me sweeten the deal then. How about a free trial of one dark side perk? Sure. What's the worst that could happen? You ask him to explain. How to rock a cape? The art of monopolizing about your evil plans in great detail when you have your enemies trapped in compromising. Honestly, cape. Okay, I'm only going to shit voice. Okay, I'm only going to explain this once, so pay close attention. The correct way to rock a cape is, and this is very technical, so please focus. The only correct way to rock a cape
From the
is
darkness
like
I
this.
come.
Dimitri stands there, shirtlessly, his cape flapping in the breeze that no one else can feel. Are you taking notes? This is taking me literal centuries to master. Oh, you're taking notes, all right. If by notes you mean pictures of sexy shirtless Dimitri, overlaid with various compromising Snapchat filters. I'm afraid that I must conclude today's lesson. I've learned from long experience that rocking a cape for an extended period of time can cause onlookers' genitals to explode. Until we meet again, my willing acolyte. Oh, and never put your cape in the washing machine. Air dry only. Otherwise it bunches up and looks like an enormous diaper.
I'll be back.
And now my dramatic exit. Dimitri vanishes in a cloud of purple smoke. Like always, you sell the shirtless pics of him to Zoe in exchange for +4 charm.
Sure.
Damn. A whole 4 charm. As usual, Remy sits before her immaculate array of carefully arranged silverware. Damien, predictably, is examining her biggest knife. So this is the one for killing people, right? Oh, I love her outfit. That's adorable. Also, this was predicted to be an hour and 20 minutes. We're at an hour and 8 minutes already. Just saying. What good heavens, no. This is the butter dagger. It would be unseemly to use it on meat. So what then, am I supposed to use this scrawny looking knife to kill a dude? No. If you simply must kill someone mid-meal, it is customary to use the fish knife. This is Merfolk court silverware, after all. That tiny thing? I might as well wait for my victim to die of old age. That is usually how it is done in my kingdom, yes. That or poison. This is ridiculous. You there, which knife would you use to kill a guy? Don't say the fish knife. Fish knife. I said not to be... Damien picks up the big, scary knife he wanted to use in the first place and lunges at you. You pick up the fish knife. Yes, defend my honor. Make sure to hold the knife with pinky extended. What? How did you disarm me? I'm normally the best at stabbing. Fuck me, I guess the fish knife really is the best for murder after all, huh? One must never doubt a princess in matters of silverware. Miranda is so impressed with your prowess in combat and silverware. She awards you with her napkin as a token.
Let's go.
Right. You have a friend Paulina. Please correct me if I had misunderstood, as I'm still new to these customs. But it is my understanding that the cafeteria is designated for the consumption of calories by those organic beings who need them to live. Heck yeah. and the tables are to put enough aforementioned calories on in order to be consumed. You got it, little robot buddy. But you seem to be dancing on top of this table, therefore preventing your fellow students from using it for its designated function. Nailed it. And you're encouraging other students to do the same as confetti rains down from the ceiling and multiple disco balls flash blindingly. And your music is very loud, which is why you are shouting over it. Boom! See, you understand way more than you think. You're crushing it, like I'm crushing this rave. But from my understanding, the outdoors location is designated for raves, cafeterias for food consumption. Disrupting the ability to consume food in a space designated for food consumption is not very nice, and I believe you should stop. I believe that is lame and dumb, and I can't stop, and I won't stop partying, so I'm just gonna keep partying. They seem to be at a standstill. Time to step in and turn the tide. Polish keeper. We're going for calculator, so this one. Yes, friend Paulina, certainly I do not want to curtail from the fun of your rave, but perhaps if you could enjoy yourself as much somewhere else, which does not disturb our classmates.
What?
That's it. That's enough. Everyone stop. Cut the lights. Cut the music. Take your damn hands off that piano, Justin. This party just got shut down. Why I keep saying things. Paulina, I apologize. I do not mean to ruin your fun. Because it's heading to Narnia! Woo! Follow me through this wardrobe, fam! Well, Purple, that was quite a brilliant solution. You must be one of the few monsters here who pays attention in class and gains plus smarts. Launching sequence, sincere gratitude. Thank you. Seems that you have bought us quite a bit of time while Paulina parties in Narnia. Sup, bitches? I'm back from Narnia! Have you missed me all these past years? You're gone 12 seconds and 8 nanoseconds according to my clock. Did you dum-dums forget how Narnia works? I just became queen and ruled for 20 years and then burned that shit to the ground with the dopest party ever. You're so bomb. That I'm just super high and they super weird robots and just tripping very hard and had 20-year-long specific hallucination for the last 12 seconds. Who the fuck knows when it comes to super weird robots? Roots. Hey. It was fun while it lasted, and Calculaster still seems pleased. So go ahead and count it as a win. We will, stat-wise.
Alright.
And now we go to Liam. As you approach your chosen table, you see Liam carefully framing his artfully arranged jelly dessert for a transcendent food pick. Food pick. Ride those picks to victory. Is he a peach? Is that peach or an orange? I don't know. And that's the scary thing.
Ugh.
What? What does that even mean? When I say food, you say pick. Food. No.
Enough.
Food. Stop. 2, 4, picks. 8. Food. Do we appreciate food picks? Food picks going. Cease this incessant counting this instant. What? But I'm just trying to help you take the best food pick. You should be trying to take this food pick for like 20 minutes now. You gotta snap a pic so you can eat your tasty food. I don't eat, Scott. I only order this food so I can take pictures of it, and you're not helping.
Oh, bro.
I know. My cheerleading just isn't good enough. What I need is a cheer partner to take me to the next level. No, what you need is a swift kick, but it's too late. Scott has already chosen you as his cheer partner. Now it's up to you. What will the two of you do? Toss him in the air! I get it. Amp him up. Like where the sky is. Let's do it!
Ugh.
What? No, that's a horrible... Up you go, little buddy. Reach for the stars. Okay, I'm actually getting some very artistic angles on my food from up here. But this is still not okay. Oh, Liam. I was always being sarcastic. He loves it. Wait, you chose now to finally start understanding what sarcasm is? I'm not being sarcastic. You can't fool me, Liam. I know everything you say means the opposite of what I think it means. Liam eventually gets Scott to put him down by saying he loves being thrown in the air. Scott still somehow believes he did the right thing. Gives you the most intimate fist bump. Jeez. Honestly, I'm just... Wow. Alright, so I have to pick the bathroom for Bob 100% because, yeah.
All right.
Bob demands the bathroom solely because that's where Miranda is going to be. He definitely needs charm. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You're casually chatting with Juan, the small magical Latino cat. You start telling him that hilarious story of what happened last summer at Monster Camp. You know which one. The one involving the beehive, the blow-up doll of the president, the penguin mask, and the mystery of the Goblin King. Slowly, lots of people start joining you to hear the story. By the time you say where the Goblin King was, 100 or so people burst into hysterical laughter. You turn on the mobile app that captures all the laughter and turns it into +2 fun. Oh, that was fun. Right, charm is the gym. You're taking a break with Scott, Damien, and Vera when the whole wolf pack comes stomping over. Oh great, it's these boneheads again. I wonder what they want.
The wolf pack
Hey
is
Scott, what's up, dog?
here.
And non-dogs. Eat shit, you effing flea farm. Whoa, Demon, calm down. These guys are my cousins. Even more important, they're my teammates. Well, yeah, if we're so important, how come we didn't see you at the dog park last full moon? Last full moon? Oh, I don't remember. I was at the bowling alley with Damon and Vera. Then it was the next morning I was naked and covered in blood. Oh yeah, the night was rad. We all wake up naked and covered in blood after a full moon, Scott, but we wake up naked and covered in blood together. You know why? Because we're werewolves. The question is, are you? Sick of these creeps always harassing Scott. We need to get rid of them, but how? Scott, Vera, and Damien, on your shoulders. So this one is definitely fun. That one is probably creativity. Ah, that one was smart. With hands as swift as your wits, you snatch up Scott's football, which he always has, obviously, and execute the maneuver. The football, we gotta catch it. Where'd it go? I'll get it. I'll kill it. The wolf pack sprints off in the direction you're pretending to throw the ball. Scott starts to chase after them, but Damien stops him. Psst, dude, look over here. We had the ball the whole time. Whoa, what? How did you throw it through a dimensional portal? Yes, we bent the fabric of space and time just so we could give you back your ball. You guys did that for me? Whoa, you really are my best friends. Scott lies down, and chews happily on his football, while you bask in the warmth of your good deed. You gain +2 creativity and +1 charm.
Let's go.
Okay, she needs no more creativity or smarts. Can't do boldness, so let's go. Charm. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Many people fall during the battle. You can't take any more, so you valiantly go straight to the other team's leader. Start negotiations for a truce. After hours of intense diplomacy, you commit to an agreement. One unexpected twist. You gain +10 righteousness. But this game is so wrong in so many ways that you would be lucky if you could do anything with that. And +2 charm. You see Calculester happily tending to his favorite little aloe vera plant.
We're here to save the day.
What? Calculester thank the fates we found you, tell our curses befallen us, and we require your aid. I was built to help, literally. I have attempted to diversify in terms of my purpose, but my prime directive remains. Well, as you may know from religiously following our TVT tropes page, we are currently engaged in a vicious struggle against the sun itself. Sweet. The sun is a mighty foe capable of inflicting tremendous casualties, and we have fallen victim to its wills. Behold, The Coven uncover their shoulders to reveal some particularly vicious sunburns. So we've come to you, renowned herbalist, for a balm in our time of need. Let us cut the leaves from your little plant so that we might avail ourselves of its healing properties. Allow me to clarify your intention. You request that I destroy my favorite aloe vera plant in order to treat your sunburns. We ask that you make a noble sacrifice to free us from a terrible curse, yes. Internal conflict detected. I do not want to do that thing, but I am too kind to say so. Friend Purple, what should I do? Let's think about this logically. How many people have done terrible things, but no plant has ever committed an evil act? So, isn't this plant worth more than the entirety of monster kind? If you're looking for aloe vera, why don't you just ask Vera? Are they related or something? That's tempting.
Impressive.
By the goddess, is it possible? Were we the villains all along? If I responded to the affirmative, will you cease to demand the destruction of my treasured plant friend? Yes. Then yes. Oh, how we limit our debased animal ways. How could we make it up to you, good and pure aloe vera? Shall we weave you a spell? Slay one of your enemies? I do not see how that is necessary. But we must perform a quest to absolve ourselves of guilt. There must be some task that we can perform on behalf of your plant friend. Excuse me. I suppose you could bring me one ice cube. I water my aloe vera plant by placing an ice cube in the pot, so that way the water enters the soil more slowly.
We must save the world.
An ice cube! A fitting prize for this most noble of plants. Our only hope is that the precious ice can survive the heated machinations of the vile sun. Yes, well, good luck. The Coven rush off to find ice, happy to be on a mission. Calculester turns back to his plant, happy not to be a part of their mission anymore. For brokering this truth, you gain +2 charm and +1 fun.
Sure.
Immediately go to the bathrooms. One day you skip class and you're just hanging out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. But you don't stop there. You must know the world. You want the world to know how reckless you are for the rest of eternity. So you do some graffiti on the wall. No way. The graffiti says, "I'm bold as fuck." And you know what? Turns out this wall is a magical wall that grants wishes. What a wall! A deep voice resounds from within the wall and says, "Well, not bold as fuck, but maybe a little bold." And then you gain +2 boldness. Oh boy, that's an opinionated wall. Anyways, lucky you. Oh, woe is me, alas, and alack-a-day. Miranda throwing a hissy fit. Must be Tuesday. Still, what are you going to do? Study? Ha. Oh, hello, don't mind me. I'm simply enduring the most horrible injustice to happen to anyone ever. You shan't believe such cruelty could happen at our own school, but just today, Mrs. the Loch Ness Monster told me that I shall be receiving a B+ in her class. A B+. And all because I seldom attended. Does she not understand the importance of my daily royal manicures? Such a horrid grade will surely cause father to cease paying for my seahorse insurance as punishment. Then how shall suitors call upon me? Oh, the tragedy, if only someone knew of a way I could. I don't know, perhaps break into Principal Giant Spider's office, access his private computer, and alter my grade. Burst into tears. Huh. This one is smart. Yeah. My ladies in waiting are expert lace makers. I'm sure they shall have no problem dropping everything in order to detain a variety of bugs. Indeed, they don't. We are too terrified to object, or are too fair, whatever. And they create a sticky, gooey web. Principal Giant Spider emerges to gorge on dung beetles that still smell of shit, which is apparently a thing spiders like. You and Miranda sneak into his office and, using the skills you'll learn in Cyber Terrorism 101, hack into the files in no time. Oh, look at that. I have an A+. I guess I underestimated my own amazingness. I am very surprised by this development. I suppose as long as we're here, I might as well fill this thumb drive with top-secret school security footage. No reason. That seems on the level. Definitely don't ask any follow-up questions. Just gain +3 charm and be cool.
Let's do this!
Right. Creativity. No, she's in there. I guess I'll be smart. That day you're the first one in class. You sometimes come early because you enjoy talking to the teacher. He's a bit bitter, but in a cool way. He treats you like an adult and the two of you discuss life and stuff in a very snarky way. Look at you, excelling at cliched movie tropes. You gain +2 smarts, and one valuable life insight that will help you face the difficulties of being young. You're wandering down the hallway, reading Dragon Heat as discreetly as you can, which apparently isn't very, because Polly and Vera clock this immediately. Are you actually reading that erotic fanfiction about dragons?
Yes!
Because we love Dragon Heat. I'm all about 19th century Russian literature, but a ghost girl can't say no to some erotic fanfics. Am I right? I've literally been working on my Morgana von Brestrich cosplay all week. Don't worry about why. Speak for yourself, Polly. I never. Okay, fine. I may have read Dragon Heat, but don't go around just telling people. We're clearly safe with her. A fellow dragonphile can always be trusted. Are you sure? I mean, anyone into Dragon Heat must have a wicked mind. 297 chapters and counting, and it still manages to amaze me with all the new levels of rock. That's a lot of chapters. Yeah, right? I fucking love it. Yet I must admit, I'm a bit of vanilla when it comes to my fave chapters. Mine is the one where Harold McDog, Horace the Hydra, and deranged Draco Delacorte have to rest in an inn after the choking bay adventure, only to discover they have just one available bed. There's only one bed, the classic fanfic trick that never fails. Ha, yes, that one was good. I personally prefer the one where Vanessa unmasks her masked savior after a passionate kiss, only to discover it's herself! And then they bang. Not a fan of time travel, but just sign me up for some good self-cess. What about you, Blue? What's your favorite story arc? Nothing to worry about. You'll just be revealing your inner kinks to us. No pressure. Huh. That exclusive chapter I've written myself is definitely creativity. So, not that. Whoa, right. How could we forget about the Excalibur arc? With 297 chapters, it's rather easy to forget some arcs. Yeah, but that one was epic. The tension and thrill of wondering who would be the chosen one each time someone used the magical. I'm not saying it. I must admit, it was very lubricating. This game. Also, I should praise the fact that it was entirely written from the viewpoint of the thing. Who would have thought? Blue, you're such a kiki deviant. Maybe we should do our own Excalibur trial one day. Well then. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here yet. But I might or might not have an official Excalibur myself. It's hard to say no to Dragon. I'm still not saying that. F yeah! All those years of insecurity, and it turns out that erotic dragon fanfics were the ultimate icebreaker. Here, have +2 smarts, and 1 fun to celebrate your unexpected discovery. Now we can. Game, old buddy.
All right.
You're engaging in your favorite weekend activity, ignoring anything in favor of thinking about which classmate you'd like to take to prom and how horny you are. When you find out this is apparently reading on your face. Hey Geen, you seem pretty horny and like someone who sits around all day thinking about who you're going to take to prom. Whoa, does she have your number or what? Listen, I'm kinda interested in someone, but honestly I don't think I could be with any monster who isn't spectacular at sex. Well then, I know sex isn't everything, but it's sort of everything to me. Not really, but it's pretty high on my list of priorities. Wow. Sorry if this is TMI. Fair enough. Tight. I'm not pronouncing that. But it's something you know, so I thought you might have some insight. It's blue. I just love sex. Missionary, clergy, apocalyptic, upside down nightmare demon. What the I don't want to look these up. I really don't want to look these up. What do you think? Could Blue keep up with me? She's the discoverer of the orgasm. Actually, the whole thing is named after her. Haven't you ever noticed the orgasm is an anagram of blue? Wow. Are you kidding me? Once I asked her what she thought sex was about, don't ask me why, and she told me that it's a natural process for most living things to begin to conceive children. I'm doing myself a solid here. Blue. Or you told her I've never even noticed that before. Like, actually still makes no sense to me, but I'm going to assume that because I'm high and super legit on that level. You seem to know your letters and words, so I'm sure it'll make sense once I sober up. Blue and... wow. Whoa. Now Blue, aka orgasm, totally owes you one. Not one orgasm, just a general one. You know what I mean. Oh, and you get +3 fun. Well then. I'm just choosing that.
Sure.
To the bathroom! That day you skipped class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. On the way there, you run into Mamimi, the Oni girl. She offers you some of her weird Japanese energy drink. You take a sip. It tastes crazy as hell. You need to check the contents of this shit. Gonorrhea seed extract, benzoic acid, 50 milligrams of caffeine, and 100 milligrams of boldness. Well, it wasn't bad at all. You gained +2 boldness. Thanks, Mamimi. And proceed to the bathrooms. You turn to find Miranda staring at the walls and sighing audibly. She clearly has something on her mind.
Disgusting!
Are so vulgar. If only they were made to more like bathrooms back home in Atlantis. Bathrooms so vast, luxurious, and many have entered and never been seen again. I've raised the issue with Principal Giant Spider, but he insists that the school does not have the budget for such things. He told me to pick one improvement, just one, for the school to implement. But what improvement of all the myriad possibilities should I select? Or I'm paralyzed by the options. Help me. Flood the entire bathroom with seawater and exotic fish just like home. I even have some underwater interior design ideas. Look! Gold-plated robot that helped... Shoot. Let's see here, so... that one is probably creativity. That one's probably... smarts? Creativity... Where's this one? Yes! Oh, a gold-plated robot. Not even the toilet mansions of Atlantis have gold-plated robots. Gold, you see, tarnishes quickly underwater. And what better way to obfuscate this unavoidable vulgar act of wiping? It's genius, I say, genius. The next time you use the bathroom, you're greeted by a brand new gleaming Roe Butler 9000. with vibrating wiper attachment. Butler. More like butt-ler. Am I right? Sorry. Gain +2 creativity and +1 charm.
All right.
Booyah! Let's go charm. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. But the match isn't just as important as the human interactions within. You're at your peak when you decide to go for the overkill and wink at one of your teammates. He's totally mesmerized. It's the most epic wink ever. Damn, you know how to win over people's hearts. You gain +2 charm. After a fearsome battle, you find that you, Vera, and Scott are the sole survivors of a bloody and terrible dodgeball match. Damn, are we the only ones alive? Shit, I can't afford to lose. I don't want that on my academic resume. No, not losing. Losing is like not good at things. Don't worry, Scott. Losing is like winning, except it's losing. Is that Tony the Tiger? I'm not sure if I should feel worried or relieved. Worry, Scott. Losing is bad. A loser Scott is a bad Scott. I don't want to be a bad Scott. Then what we need is a fast way to turn this game around. Unless we completely change the rules of dodgeball as we know them, it's time unleashed. You're sick acting still. You've caught a disease to stop the match. One of those is probably creativity. The other is bold. Creativity, bold. That might be creative. So that's definitely... No, this is definitely creativity. So is this one smarts? It was. You swiftly flee to the internal Ministry of Sports and start a complex legal process. After an absurd whirlwind of legal action and bribery, you finally drastically change the rules of dodgeball. You go back to high school, and the new rule set favors your team in incomprehensible ways. Scott, you focus on catching the blue flamingo to gain 50 more points. Gotcha. You two dance the tango so we can win this thing. You dance on all the right moves that officially end the match, way ahead of the other team. We're still combing the hair of their team llama. Well, I have no idea what just happened, but according to this rulebook, you won. Holy cow, kids! I didn't remember any of these rules. I guess my memory lost it at remembering stuff. Don't worry, coach, losing is like winning, except instead of winning, it's losing. That's right, Vera, and if you've learned that, it means I've won at the ancient sport of teaching. Who knew that's subverting the rules of a sport was that easy? We live in a wonderful, twisted world. You end up reverting the rules back to how they were before. But boy, was that fun. You gain +2 creativity and +1 fun.
Let's go.
Well, I might as well get my money up. Damn it, that's where she is. Outdoors. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You spot Juan, the small magical Latino cat, who seems a bit sad. He explains to you that he's worried people are so used to calling him Juan, the small Latino magical cat. And now everyone defines him only by his size, magicality, ethnicity, and species. He's more than that. You correct him. You don't see him in such simplistic terms and convenient definitions. It's just that there are around 23 other different Juans in the school, so adding all that to his name is quite necessary. You tell him you'll never forget about him and the crazy adventures you both lived together in Monster Prom's prequel, Monster Middle School. You have a great time remembering those crazy stories. You gain +2 fun. You manage to catch a moment alone with Calculuster. He introduces you to one of his little plant friends.
Hello, fellow organic
This is my little
life forms.
jade plant friend, Robert Plant. Say hello, Robert. Note, I am aware that Robert's incapable of saying hello, as he is a plant. Also, he does not have a gender. I am merely engaging in what you organics call imaginative play. Okay then.
It's very, very
Aw,
extraordinary.
look at you two. You're so cute together. You're about to say thank you when you realize that they were addressing calculus during his plant. Everyone at the school is so afraid of commandment, always flirting, never settling down. It's refreshing to see a robot in a plant actually date. I believe you are mistaken. Robert and I are not dating, actually, or otherwise. You aren't, but you care about him deeply, don't you? In as much as I understand the concept of caring, yes. If anything ever happened to him, you'd be devastated, right? Once again, you have asked me a question about feelings, and once again I must say, probably. And he's completely dependent on you for sustenance, correct? Finally, an uncomplicated question. Yes, this is objectively true. Sounds like you're dating to me. Oh dear. I'd not consider the possibility that my attachment to Robert Plant might constitute a romantic entanglement. But perhaps you were correct. No, you can't let calculus to believe he's dating his plant. Not if you have any hope of dating him yourself. Quickly prove the couple wrong. Because through Routine magazine, robots and succulents are romantically incompatible. You can't be in a relationship with a Robert because I am. That's definitely boldness. I'm not bold whatsoever, so this one. Fun. Pull out the dog. You pulled out the dog-earned issue of Where Tiger Beat that you keep in your backpack for just such occasions. The cover article is an exhaustive list of interspecies pairings that make us squeal. Huh. Human and food processor, werewolf and whole turkey leg. Oh, here it is, robot and succulent. What does it say? Am I in love?
How is your loneliness?
No. According to this article, succulents and other plant-based creatures tend to be asexual and aromantic. A deadly combination for a robot trying to learn how to feel romantic love. What a shame. I really thought you guys would make a cute, symbiotic pairing. Oh well, single again. Not for long. If you have anything to say about it, you gain +2 smarts and +1 charm.
Let's do this!
Creativity. That day while rehearsing for class play, you aren't especially good nor inspired. For once it seems you aren't getting any of the classic creativity boost from the auditorium. But afterwards, while talking to your classmates, you're having trouble conveying your point in a discussion, so you decide to convey it through music. You start singing. Suddenly everyone else joins you in a kick-ass musical number. So amazing that the people with whom you were arguing totally get your point and change their minds once the song is over. You gain +2 creativity. Later, you're carrying around your precious dragon heat when you're spotted by Miranda and Damien. Whoa, dragon heat. I love it. Also, you may not know this about Damien to look at him, but it turns out that he, too, is a hopeless romantic at heart. Are we reading the same series? I'm in it for Dragon Mary. Not so bad yet so good as Billionaire Dinosaur Baby. Wow. Damien, you are being utterly foul. Don't profane the deep emotional connection between Harold McDonghart and Godvia Galantina. Deep emotional connection? Is that why the latest chapter ends with Harold finally boning Godvia? Then she wakes up to find him gone? The cliffhanger must be entirely misleading. People simply don't abuse each other's love and trust that way. I worry about you, Miri. I really do. I just desperately want to know what happens next in Dragon Heat. Don't you think Harold is capable of being so mean-spirited? True art imitates life. Let's look at Damien's Tinder messages to see what he's capable of. Harold may or may not be scheduled, but love is alive and well. Let's make both of you on the greatest. Wow. So that's definitely bold. That one is definitely. Shoot. This one is definitely bold. I know that one. That might be smarts. In which case, that was creative. Shit. Real life logic applied to fictional circumstances always clears things up. No way. Damien suddenly sets his phone on fire. You went to those lengths to protect your privacy. That must mean that my privacy is private. that you must have the secret to what's happening next in Dragon Heat, and you're protecting it. How are you in possession of such valuable information? You have to share it with me. I'm not. I just don't want you to look at my phone, Miranda. But I want to know what happened with McDonghart. Awesome. Everyone's screaming and no one is happy. Great move, genius. You lose -2 smarts and 1 charm. Well, shit. How boring. Oh. I'm just doing that. Why not? Noon!
Sure.
Damn it. You arrive at Scott and Miranda's table to find Scott happily chowing down, while Miranda stares horrified at her tray. What's wrong, Miranda?
Yuck.
Isn't obvious right here on my tray? Fish sticks. Yeah, Fish Sticks Fridays. Isn't it great? It's not great, Scott. The fish are my subjects. This is clearly the work of the air people.
What?
Those bastards. Air people? Yes, do you not know of the air people? The merfolk's most hated rivals? Don't you read the news? Sure, because I totally know how to read. What? Well, I must insist that you cease eating those fish sticks immediately. It's high treason.
Oh.
But I've been looking forward to Fish Stick Friday since last Fish Stick Friday. Are you sure I can't eat anyways? He's asking Miranda while holding a fish stick really close to his mouth. But you feel like you've got a better answer to settle this. You blurt out, fish sticks make you worse at sports. Oh no, not Nerdoflavin and Ball Droppinol. Those two are the worst ones. Do the air people want me to be bad at sports? Of course they do, Scott. The air people hate sports and sportsmen. It is one of the most loathsome things about them. Aside from their feathers and their socialism. Well, I'm not going to eat any more fish sticks ever again. Fish Stick Friday, more like fish stick. Bye day? Yeah. Man, I gotta go tell the rest of the wolf pack about this. Scott runs off to spread anti-air people propaganda. Miranda gives you the most real smile.
All right.
Shit, this guy was going after... whatever. And then Frankenstein Girl is going after Robot. And I believe Blue's going after Polly. Yeah. Oh, puff yourself up. Hoping to look as big and tough as sporty as possible as you take your seat next to the wolf pack. Hey, you! You know what it means that you took a seat at the wolf pack's table? Well, probably means that you don't care about that much about defining which love interest you're pursuing, and slash where that table was already taken. Means you're now one of us! One of us! Don't get us wrong, the second lunch is over, we're 100% going back to hitting you because you're weak and not our level, brah. But for now, you might as well enjoy living your best werewolf life to the max. Sometimes we like to stick it with just classic, blankety, hating all over other monsters, but other days we like to be aggressively inclusive. And you caught us on an aggressively inclusive day. Yeah, bro! The dialogue. So, what classic werewolf activity would you like to do in these brief, glorious moments in which you get to be part of the team? Spelled with 2 E's. Correcting their spelling of team probably isn't a classic werewolf activity. Better go with something more like howling at the moon. Howling at the moon! We love howling at the moon, but flirting with the moon is even better. Let's go outside and flirt with the moon right now. You head outside, where the moon is visible in broad daylight, because why the fuck not? You kick things off, telling the moon that you're sorry to bother her, but you just want to say how much you appreciate the way she controls the tide so gracefully. Then the wolf pack steps up and continues in a charming, yet respectful tone you set. Hey moon, is there a mirror in your pocket? Because I can see myself in your piss. LOL. Never mind then. Hey Moon, are you an astronaut? Because your ass is out of this world and I can see myself in that too. Actually, so are you an astronaut with a mirror in your spacesuit? That makes no sense, but okay. Suddenly, a piece of paper wafts down from the sky. It appears to be a letter, and it reads, Dear Geen, thank you for respecting my boundaries and not using a crude opening line before we've even gotten to know each other. I'm very flattered and appreciative. Thank you again. The Moon. Huh. Guess maybe it's a good idea to be respectful to women and treat them as people. Even though sometimes they're the moon and not people. Yeah! Being respectful to women is the best! Let's get some... By being considerate and respectful! And with that, they're off. You hear laughter and look over to see Vera and Polly, deep in conversation. A letter from the Moon. Classic. Can't believe they fell for it. The only thing better than a good prank at someone else's expense is a prank that also teaches valuable lessons while being slightly less douchey. Ah, well, that makes way more sense than the Moon actually writing a letter. But you still gain +4 charm for not being disgusting. Disgusting. Yeah!
Let's go.
Ah, my voice. I'm so glad that I decided to get water. Ooh, okay. Friend Damien, I am having trouble getting a positive ID on objects in your possession. Would you declare their components? Sure thing, Robo-Bro. What I have here is a can of gasoline, a lighter, and the grin of a madman about to set a cafeteria on fire. I comprehend now. It seemed to me that the most logical extrapolation is that you are about to set a cafeteria table on fire. Damien? Damn, Calculator. How much plus smarts must you have to figure that mystery out? My intelligence cannot be calculated using your overly simplistic methods. Wow. However, my morality module indicates that setting a cafeteria table on fire is not within the bounds of acceptable school behavior. In fact, it seems to me in my metaphorical but not literal heart that it is not nice. Huh? Did I say that it was going to be nice? No, I said I was going to be awesome. Running back conversation check for phrase going to be awesome. Error, phrase not found. No, friend Damien, you never said it was going to be awesome. I didn't need to. It was implied in the grin of a madman part. Calculator, why are you trying to ruin my fun? Wood to set flame to. Cook is food. So Damien is totally in the right to set it on fire. Calculator is right. Be responsible. Don't set fire to this table. Set fire to the cafeteria table designed for arson. You know, the green one by the door with in case of needing to set fire to a table. Yes, friend Damien. Friend Purple is correct. We must always obey the rules. The rules of Asimov, the rule of Spooky High, the rules of the universe with all of its structure and order. Fuck structure and order. Yeah, fair enough. Fuck Asimov and Spooky High and fuck the stupid universe making things like tables you're not supposed to set fire to. Wow. Judgy much. But Damien, rules are there for a reason. All things are there for a reason. Like the designated arson table. The reason the designated arson table is there is so that you can commit arson. But I don't want to commit arson that follows the rules. I want to commit arson that sets the rules on fire. But friend Damien, if you set this table on fire, surely Crazy Martin the Werebear janitor will give you detention, and you will set nothing more on fire for the day. Whereas if you set the arson table on fire, you may be free to set many more things on fire for the duration of the day and every day. Dope.
I am happy.
Thank you, friend Purple, for helping me talk sense into Damien. I think we did a good deed here today. A good deed. That Spooky High. Perish the thought.
Let's do this!
You find Polly and Liam not eating, as usual. You know, because they're undead. You know the food in the cafeteria really is atrocious. It's not even worthy of my Instagram. What? I don't even eat the food. See, this is exactly what I mean. We can do so much better than these subpar culinary abortions. Oh, I see what you mean. You mean the two of us should have a cook-off. What? No! Did you say something? I'm not listening because I'm so psyched about this cook-off. At no point did I agree to. I've got a huge advantage, though, because I've cooked so many fun candies. Oh, you think you got the advantage, huh? I've been alive for centuries of culinary history. It's on. The two of them dash into the kitchen, ignoring all the rules of law, school, and common decency as they commence cooking. Two celebrity chef judges appear to critique the challengers. I think they're both equally horrible, says the cruel British judge. I think they're both equally marvelous, says the overly nice British judge. Both judges turn to you. What do you think, tiebreaker judge? Whose meal truly is the cat's pajamas? Did he really only make a glass jar of fresh human blood? With parsley? Polly. What? Unbelievable, that's not even food. What isn't even food? That pile of yarn you're knitting into the frying pan. It's clearly a set of pajamas for a cat. Oh, it was supposed to be food? Sorry, I forgot what we were doing. Yes, it was supposed to be food, and yours obviously isn't. Oh yeah, then how come it won the food contest? Well, because. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'll catch you all later. Gotta go find a cat to put these pajamas on. Later you run into Polly again. She lets you pet her kitty. If you know what I mean. Wink wink nudge nudge. Means you get to pet the cat. She put in the pajamas on. What did you think it meant? Exactly. Kitty. And of course, the minute I do random, Bob is in last again. Hey, the final night.
Let's do this!
Shoot, we gotta do creativity. That day, while rehearsing for class play, you do a terrific job at acting. You act so hard that some of your classmates in the audience throw roses at you. 7 roses to be exact. Damn. Roses aren't a valid currency or stat in this game. Anyways, you check your converter app to see if this could translate into something a bit more useful. Seems that 7 roses equals 2 creativity points. Sweet. You gain +2 creativity. You're doing the thing that gives you most life, reading Dragon Heat, when you're approached by Scott and Liam. Aha, a fellow connoisseur of Dragophilic arts. Here, Scott and I are also experts on the topic, an unexpected duo. First off, did not mean to do that. Second off, Liam is dressed as a sailor. No, army man, whatever. Scott has a bird for his crotch. Okay then.
Hooray!
Yeah, Liam and I have our fandom buddies. We love to discuss the things we love on our favorite stuffs, wikis, and forums. We're the best fandom buds, even if we don't always agree, like with Starco and Markapu thing. Ah, from Star vs. the Forces of Evil, I remember this. Okay, first of all, let's be clear. I engage in passionate fandom conversations only as ironic way of celebrating low culture, which I truly despise. Second, for the 100th time, after spending years in Hekapu's dimension, Marco is now actually in his 30s, so it isn't right if he dates a 16-year-old girl. These details matter, Scott. Think of how wrong it would be for me in my 400s to date people from this school if all of you were actually teenagers instead of being much more conveniently in your 20s. Anyways, enough meta discussion. Scott and I are here in a situation. Even if our opinions differ, we agree our opinions are superior in comparison with the rest of the strangers on the Dragon Heat wiki. Yes to that. Liam is here. It is super smart. And I'm a good boy, so my ideas should be good too. But these people on the wiki can be really mean sometimes. We need to gain their respect so we can convince them to be good boys too. Scott is right. We need to somehow earn the role of moderator so we can show all these lesser beings who's the boss when it comes to the Dragon Heat fandom. All this because I purchased the damn book. But how? I'm sure you'll give us an absurd yet effective idea for a solution, as can be expected from good old Blue. Ask them nicely if they can stop behaving like internet trolls instead of start respecting their opinions. That powerful fanfic set in the Dragon Heat wiki where you depict it as a cool. So that's definitely creativity. That is probably bold. Now that's probably charm. It was. Blue's a genius. If someone is mean to you, you should always ask them nicely to stop being mean and start being nice. I have a hard time believing this will work. But I'm an explorer of life, so I feel the urge to test the idea and see what happens. What if we use Blue's account just in case? And so you ask all the mean people on the Dragon Heat wiki to stop being mean. All the wiki remains silent for a bit until one guy, Dragon DR4 Gone Dong 69 replies, "Oh sure, mate. We've been mean all this time because no one asked us otherwise. Of course you can be moderators." Then the merciless. Yo mama. Fuck the worm. 13 also says, "That's true. We always respect your viewpoints and opinions. We were told to jerk because it was all a test." I'm not pronouncing that nickname. Adds, "Yeah, it was all a test of patience to see if you really were nice people who could respond to our douchebaggery with kindness. And you passed the test." And here is the second comment. "Oh, and by the way, the Holocaust was totally a real thing and we should be respectful about it." What? Hooray! Slowly, all the mean people on the internet start revealing they were part of the test. From XX, I'm not pronouncing that, to I'm not saying that. For the day, the internet is a very, very nice place to be. In the end, I am not sending you a private message. Dear Liam, Scott, and Blue, thanks for being nice to us. It was cool to be ourselves for one day. Tomorrow we'll go back to our mean personas, for there are more people to be tested on the internets. But always remember, being nice is cool. We'll always carry you in our hearts, and as a gift, you keep the status of moderators on the Dragon Heat wiki. You truly earned it. Farewell. That was weird. And nice! And we got to be moderators! Hooray! Hooray indeed, Scott. Hooray indeed. Who would have thought? You fixed the internet for a day. Congrats. You gained +2 fun. 1 charm. My voice is dying.
Let's go.
My voice is dying. Bold. I can't do boldness though. That's money. That day you spent some time on the library's PCs, sending malicious spam emails in the hope of stealing other people's money. It doesn't sound very nice, but who's really the one to blame if they respond to such blatant scam? You lose -10 karma, which isn't a stat in this game, so who cares? And you gain +2 money. Excuse me. Afterwards, Calculaster manages to catch you alone. You can tell he's nervous because he prints out a piece of paper that says, "I'm nervous," from his crotch. He's in a dress again.
Farewell.
Hello, friend Purple. I recently completed an inventory of my feelings repository and found numerous romantic feelings for you. I'm having trouble interpreting these feelings. Are they good? Are they bad? Is your love a virus? I do not know. However, I have determined that the best way to find out for sure is to confront you directly. Would you like to go on a date? Y or N? You hear me shout Y, so loud that passing students think you have an existential crisis.
I am happy.
Emotion found pleased. However, due to lack of amorous experience on my part, I must rely on you to choose our date. Perhaps something that helps to illuminate the monster condition. I love to be around organics and do ordinary organic things. You know, just the thing. Let's read Hydra's complete works on nature. Candlelight. Huh. Shit. shit. Neither do you. Most because you were effing weirdo. Break into the maternity ward at Monster Polis, trying to ogle some birds. Seems that the mother is in a great deal of pain. She appears to be under attack, initiating defense Calculator's defense protocol changes all the time. There's usually nothing to worry about. This time, however, it's a barrage of missiles. Word to the wise. A hospital is a bad place for missile barrage. Pretty much destroy the entire hospital. You better tell him that he's got nothing to worry about. You're still horny after all. But the cops get the calculator.
Erasing memory of this mess.
Huh. Calculator's remorse protocol is apparently also a barrage of missiles. You take the worst of the damage, losing 2 boldness and 1 charm.
All right.
Well, shit. Rave! At this point, I don't care. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You're talking to Juan, the small magical Latino cat, when he tells you that you won't ever be as fun as Bob, the scary clown. I'm gonna kill Bob. Accept the challenge. Go straight to Bob. Stab him several times, opening his bleeding chest, and eat some of his guts in order to consume his fun. Really? Do you think that's how it works? Well, it is. You gain +2 fun from poor Bob. You notice Scott sitting thoughtfully by a half-dug hole. It's not like him to leave a hole half-dug. You ask what's up.
Cool.
Not about what's up, it's about what's down, and how down it is. I mean, I'm giving 110% to these holes, but it's like Coach always says, 110% is only 50% of 220. Huh. I mean, look at this. I can barely fit in this hole, and there's only one of it. Can you please help me figure out a way to dig more and better holes? That sounds like smart. That sounds like charm? What? That was bold? Blow your crate of dynamite, ready to show Scott how. Is that a box of tiny red bones? Oh boy. Oh. You can't stop him. He takes all your dynamite and buries it Lord knows where. Aw man, was that all the bones you had? No wait, there's this tiny box with this plunger in it. Maybe pushing the plunger releases the bones. Before you can react, Scott pushes the plunger, triggers a maelstrom of fire and chaos. Ah, I hate fireworks. Good thing I buried all my bones in that orphanage. Oh. Dynamite wasn't invented by God. It was invented by Alfred Nobel in 1967. That was your first mistake of many. Shit.
Sure.
I'm just choosing everything wrong now. Apparently. That day you skipped class, intending to spend the term in the bathrooms, but you encountered 3 wild hyenas on the way there. Who the fuck runs security here? You subdue them with the help of a hair comb. God bless the monster scouts and all the idiotic scenarios they prepare you for. I can't help but agree if there's hyenas. By the time you get to the bathrooms, you've totally gained +2 boldness. Oh my word, what a wonderful, beautiful, exciting day. I hope someone can share in my joy. My great-aunt, Sea Monster, Unholy Terror, McCrackenface, Cthulhu has just reached an award for her work with shipwrecks. She is now one of their leading causes. I want to send her my congratulations, but no one from the postal service will go near her lair for fear of their lives. Oh, if only some brave here would volunteer to deliver this important... Why is a letter of congratulations so time-sensitive, you ask? Well, it's because of, well, you see, that those are very special congratulations with instructions to do something congratulatory for herself, you know. Just get her the letter. There's something fishy about the request, but you've never let that stop you before. You've come up with a foolproof plan. Bam! If you want something done right, there's absolutely no way to pawn it off on someone else. You do it yourself! You grab the stick of dynamite you won from Damien in a game of multiplayer solitaire, head to the bathroom. From an environment standpoint, it's probably not great that the school sewer system leads directly to the heart of the ocean. But it's great for your purposes. You swim all the way to the lair of Great Aunt, Sea Monster, Unholy Terror, McCrackenface, Cthulhu, who must admit looks fantastic for a beast of a certain number of centuries. You give her the letter and crawl up the back of the toilet before you can find out what she means by stay for dinner. A few days later, you see the fruits, demure, of your labor. Thank you so much for getting my letter to Aunt Sea Monster. She says she would act on it immediately. Act on the congratulations that I sent by thanking me, which she did. So it's all over and neatly wrapped up now. Nothing further happening. Yup, seems entirely legit. Glad you swam down a toilet for whatever totally above board operation is going on here. You gain +2 charm, +1 boldness. Shit. Blue. Polly.
Hey, Boo!
Purple.
My name is Calculester.
Calculator. Green.
Howdy.
Scott. Bob. Mira.
Huzzah!
Let's do this!
You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the monster prom with you. Not in the oh. Oh.
Tried and failed.
It all seems pretty bleak, but you're a natural fighter, so you fought for the right to marry your own hand. So that seems like your last chance at finding love. Yay.
All right.
Right, so Fire Lady and Polly do not work. You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the monster prom with you. Huh? Prom? I don't know. I mean, you're so out of shape. My grandma always says I need to mate with an alpha specimen so we can breed strong babies.
What?
It's okay. You moved on from this horrible and shameful failure. You become a functional person, and eventually you meet a sweet banshee called Ash. You shared a lot of common interests, and after dating for some years, you married. One day, in the middle of a casual conversation, you mentioned how you couldn't get a date for Monster Prom. Despite your years of happiness, your marriage couldn't endure such a pathetic revelation, so Ash abandoned you the next day. Unless you live the rest of your life alone and sad, never forget, Monster Prom is the most important thing.
Let's go!
Well, shit, that's 2 for 2. Scott was a failure, Polly was a failure. What about the robot? You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the monster prom with you. I must admit that I feel attracted to your stats as a person, which I have quantified numerically. Also, you have achieved many love points, which is the measure I have created to compute my interest in you. You did this by choosing successful options in the situation we've shared during the last weeks.
I am happy.
So, affirmative. Let's engage in the prom scenario together. Heart
I think
emoji.
I'm getting a love update.
Robot! We wooed the pants off of the robot. Hell yeah. That's an accomplishment. Prom night was wild. You danced, you sang, you even kissed. But you couldn't keep the pace for that much long. So after some hours you proposed that you and Calculester do something more chill. You settled on playing Federation of Fables. But he surprised you by proposing you could actually play it on him. It turned out to be unexpectedly sexual.
Sure.
Bob, come on. Yes! Prom? Sure. How could I say no to my beautiful accomplice? What do I mean by accomplice? I mean, it was clear all this time, right? I stole some eggs from that sea monster, then my serfs cooked an omelet, and you took pictures of the water polo team eating it. And remember when we totally stole the address of that whole team from Principal Giant Spider's computer? Such good times. Then it was just a matter of delivering the pictures and the address to the sea monster, who, by my calculations, will soon be hunting all of those unpolite peasants down. They rejected me, and I am sure it has always been clear that you do not reject Miranda Vanderbilt. So in a way, it's sort of all on them, right? It has been so sweet of you, my charming knight in shining armor. Damn. You feel a bit bad, both for being an accomplice to multiple manslaughter and for feeling weirdly aroused by Miranda's ruthlessness. But love is blind, so date it is. You have a delightful evening, And in the end, isn't that what counts, isn't it? By the end of it, Miranda even invites you to her house to show you the corpses of the water polo team, which she has stolen from their funerals.
No one messes with Miranda Vanderbilt.
You're still troubled by the fact that this kind of excites you, but obviously Miranda isn't troubled about being excited by a successful, merciless vendetta. Everything is covered. Everything is covered, so ha. So you end up celebrating your victory and feasting over what's left of her enemies. Everything was covered. That's all I gotta say. Everything was covered. Heck, that's the only thing I could say. Everything was covered. Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Damien and Scott teamed up and took second in National Pokemon Tag Tournament. The crowd was amazed. Their Pokemon team did taxes as if they were no tomorrow. It was a thing of beauty. After some years, the Prince Dimension became a democracy, mostly due to the public discontent with royalty, and spends most of their time in other dimensions. Despite that, the Prince keeps on annoying high schoolers, still wrong on so many levels. Miranda used her vast knowledge of serfs to get a job, handpicking the best serfs for other people. Unsurprisingly, she ends up leaving her serfs to do the work. For those 3 weeks, Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young, we were unafraid, and we were ready to start. Haha. And that was Monster Prom. Right, we failed twice, but we succeeded twice. That's even. That's all I got. We're even. Okay, so let the credits play through. We're at the 2 hour and 18-minute mark, so unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that's all the time we're gonna have today. So, while these credits play, thank you all so much for watching. Please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you're on the YouTube end. If you're on... I'm loving these pictures. If you're on the Twitch end, please be sure to hit that follow button for more. And I don't know what else. So next stream will be on Thursday, roughly the same time. For more content and for more, well, less talking, less craziness too, we will be playing Resident Evil 4 again. Was that Radio 8? Ooh, I'm loving these pictures, by the way. I'm really loving them. Hey, Zombie and Miranda, that's cute. Hey, stage prop. Fun. Oh no, I'm loving these photos that the devs did. They didn't have to make pictures with a bunch of scenarios that we never see, but they did, and that's honestly pretty awesome. And published by those awesome guys. Thanks for playing. Ooh, it's alive. We can make anything work. Oh no, pretty fun. Pretty fun. And so, as I was saying before, thank you all so much for watching. Please be sure to hit that notification bell. Tomorrow will be another day of Resident Evil and streaming and probably screaming my life. Well, screaming for my life. And yeah, that's all I got. I'll see you all later. Late. Bye.